Oh my gosh, everyone's talking about Amberlynn's breakup?
Is this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only? You're dang skippy it is.
Here's Ramona.
Noted.
Guys, do you know Foodie Beauty? Why are you walking away so fast? You're walking in uniform.
Karina's gonna have a field day with all this. Me and Amberlynn going live all at the same time.
Here, bling, bling. It was mutual?
No.
Obsessed with Karina Kaboom.
What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
You're kidding, right?
Stay mad.
Hello everybody! In today's video, we are going to be talking about Amberlynn admitting that the breakup was not mutual.
Thanks for nothing.
For 2.5 to 3 weeks, Amberlynn Reid, public figure, has accepted a check from YouTube.com, Google AdSense, right? For pathologically lying about her breakup. And me and my Kermit here have told you this is not a mutual breakup. In my opinion, the best way to describe Amber's relationship is it was never what she presented it to be and hardly what she thought that it was. When someone starts off the relationship with a lie, that's never a good sign. Also, I think there's a lot of delusion involved on Amber's part. Okay, so she said that they were so deeply in love that when it was a mutual breakup, now come to find out it was a lie. It was not a mutual breakup. And Amber's like, well, I had a hickey and a love letter from her. It's always actions that matter, not words. People could write words on a piece of paper and give it to you in a letter, and it could say a lot of stuff, but it's just words. People could engage in certain activities. Actions is what matters, Amberlynn, not words. I mean, to actually believe that you think that if somebody engages in certain activities with you, it means that they love you. Obviously, there was not enough love in this relationship to keep it going. Never mind that you humiliated her on the internet and said that she needed to work on herself. She created a lie because she was too, what should we say? Of course not the word narcissistic. No, her ego couldn't handle being dumped yet again. So she created this ridiculous lie that it was a mutual breakup. And now she admits that it's not mutual. Rinse, lather, Kermit, repeat. Well, I told you for almost 3 weeks that it wasn't mutual. And now we have Amberlynn Reid confirming that it was not mutual. I feel like a girl of 2021 again with all these lies, but then lying again. Amberlynn, sweetheart, we missed you here on YouTube, genuinely from the bottom of my Kermit. Please don't ever change with the lies and everything. I think Amberlynn has lied so much that the community doesn't even have a feeling anymore about it because it's just your personality.
You know Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reid. You've been exposed on YouTube. I understand you're lost, you feel confused. You're thinking, where's my nut?
Girl. So we're going to talk about lies revealed. I told you for 3 weeks. I was proven right. I take payment in cheese and Kermits. Not really. All right. If you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, as always, I am just sharing my own opinions, not facts, on public figures, what they are choosing to make public on the internet. This video is just for entertainment purposes only. I would urge you, if you can, to please be kind in the comment section to these people. Please do not go to their channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Okay, so in Amber's new video, after she's been MIA, missing in action, for a few days. In Amber's new video, she admits that she would do anything to be with Alex, Wifey, Feline yet again, and that the breakup was not mutual. None of those names are actually the woman's name. Amberlynn doxed her ex-girlfriend and then lied about her identity for 2 years. Fun times. So she says she'd do anything to be with her. It is not mutual. Thank you. Thank you. And when you were lying for almost 3 weeks claiming that it was mutual, should you give all the money back that you made on YouTube for your lies? I've said this before and I'm going to keep saying it. The more that she keeps lying, I'm going to keep saying this.
Oh my god.
I believe that public figures who are earning 500 plus per video should not be paid for their lies. You lied yet again on your channel. You monetized those lies and you collected the check. I don't think that's fair since the rest of us tell the truth, okay? So I told you that it wasn't mutual. The reason that it's blatantly not mutual, I'm not even going to go and reference Exhibit A that all of her girlfriends usually break up with her, that she almost never breaks up with them. She needs them, okay, for various different reasons. It was blatant. You didn't think the lie that it was mutual through. She was for weeks crying, breaking down, saying she wasn't okay, being upset about a breakup. Usually when a breakup is mutual, which doesn't happen that often, I've talked about my belief that most breakups can never be mutual. Here's an example of a somewhat mutual breakup. You know, somebody moves to college, two teenagers are going to different colleges, they have to break up. Somebody goes to work in another state, although if they really loved you enough, they would follow you there. Just my opinion, not in all situations, there's always exceptions. But you know how Amber kept saying love isn't enough, love isn't enough? The people that tell you that love isn't enough don't love you enough. There are some exceptions, like if it's an unsafe relationship, sure. But this is all BS. It's obvious she dumped you before the fireworks, and this is what I think happened, okay? She dumped Amberlynn before the fireworks. Amberlynn was sitting there. She was doing the Q&A right before the fireworks on 4th of July. She dumped you, and your ego would not allow you to say, please, let's not break up. So you said, yes, I've always had problems with you too. Mutually, I agree, blah, blah, blah. And now there's no take backs. You have to go along with it. I think that when Amber says, quote, I made a mistake by breaking up with her. I can't even believe you could say that with a straight face when everybody here understands that she dumped you, but okay. Anyways, all jokes that aside, I think what she means when she says I made a mistake by breaking up with her is I think she's regretful of not saying, no, let's not break up, Feline, Alex, Wifey. No, she's regretting her decision to, in her ego state, in her like being like, well, I'm too good for this. Remember how she told us she's too good for this pretty much, and she knows what she's worth and she knows what she deserves. That's how I also knew that, of course, it was not mutual, but I digress. So, like, basically, she regrets telling Alex, Wifey, Feline, yes, let's break up. Okay, it's mutual. Okay, let's break up. And not trying to stop her from the breakup. Once Alex, Wifey, Feline brought up the breakup and said, I want to break up with you, Amber, in my opinion, Amberlynn said, okay, fine. And didn't try to, like, dissuade her. And I think that right there is the mistake that she made and what she means when she says I made a mistake by quote unquote breaking up with her. She wishes that she had gone ahead and said, no, let's not break up, and she thinks that she could have swayed her. You know, it's that whole thing when you know that the relationship isn't going well and the other person wants to break up, but you think that you can do something in certain rooms of your house.
Hello.
That can keep them from leaving. Like, that's why Amberlynn always, slept in the same bed with people that she broke up with. She forced them and everything. Like, oh, you need to sleep in the same bed with me. You see how she couldn't force Alex, Wifey, Feline? Because that woman was done with you. It's obvious. Because, no matter what you try to portray here, Amberlynn, that's why I say if you come clean and you're just honest all the time, people would really respond to that and they would respect that. No matter what you're trying to portray here, the relationship here was ended by that person. And you're devastated that you made the mistake of being like, so conceited in the situation and was like, oh, yes, yes, it's mutual. We loved, we lost, we never use hand massages.
Monsters are coming in! You ever do that? Like, or you run up the stairs really fast because you don't want something to grab your legs? Anyway, never mind.
Whatever. That's what she's regretful of not trying to get the person to stay. And like I said, there's now no take backs. She's not going to take you back. And why should she? You yourself came on YouTube.com for 200,000 people and said, well, she needs to work on herself. That's very rude. I have to say that's very, very rude. And let's not forget that even though this person is not a public figure and whatever, the majority of your community knows who she is. So you're very disrespectful to your ex who does everything for you, that drives you around to this day. Oh, she needs to work on herself. And the majority of us, we know her name because you told us her name. So it's very, very disrespectful. Even though she's not a public figure, you're like embarrassing her on the internet. So that's what I think she means that, oh, you know, I made a mistake by breaking up with her. I swear, just saying that sentence out loud. Amberlynn, I cannot believe that after all these years, you still believe that we believe it was a mutual breakup. You're crying all the time and, oh, I made a mistake by breaking up with her. But I thought you said it was mutual. Another reason that she's blatantly lying that she broke up with Feline, Alex's wifey, is the statement that she makes, quote, I would do anything to be with Feline again. I would have our worst day ever over and over again. Okay. People that say that they would do anything to get someone back are people that were either blindsided by a situation or didn't know what the situation was in the beginning. What I'm trying to say is, people that choose to break up with their partners, usually, of course, I'm going to say this because I know a lot of people watch these type of videos and they think that, you know, their situations was different. It's possible to have a different situation with some exceptions. But most of the time, people who break up and do the breaking up, she says, I broke up with Feline. People that do the breaking up already know that the relationship is not what they want and that they don't want to be with this person. Like, listen to what I'm going to tell you right now. That feeling, because if anyone out there has had that feeling, like, I would do anything, I would give anything to be with you again, that is not a feeling that people experience when they do the breaking up. Very, very, very rarely, unless you've had misguided opinion of who the person was, which is unusual in a relationship, or, you know, with some very few exceptions. For that feeling, to feel that feeling like I would do anything to be with you again, it's because you were blindsided by a breakup. It's because you didn't realize that the situation was going to be as bad as you thought. The point I'm trying to make is that feeling that she's feeling, that I would have the worst day over and over again. You know, I'll do anything. I'll give anything to be with you again. That is spoken like a true person that was broken up with, not the breaking up party. Amberlynn, quit while you're ahead. Everyone here feels disrespected by how much you're lying about this breakup, like you lied about all your other ones. Like, no, it wasn't a mutual breakup. She broke up with you, and no, you didn't break up with her. Again, this next lie, again, wasn't thought out. She's not thinking out the next lie. Think it through. If you're saying that you broke up with her, you're certainly not acting like you did. Very rarely does someone break up with somebody and then they're so devastated. No, they could be upset. They could question their decision even. I'll give you that. But this right here, this is regret that you no longer have somebody to take advantage of, to drive you around everywhere, and to do things with. Amberlynn, you did this to yourself. Like I said before, you embarrassed her on the internet saying she needs to work on herself. Look, it was obviously not a mutual ending to the relationship because she was devastated by it. If two people come to the understanding that there's no love here, there's nothing going on here, the relationship is done. They may be upset, sure, but they're not going to be as this upset every day breaking down. No way. That's how I knew that it wasn't mutual. First of all, every single time Amberlynn says anything, it's usually a lie. So that's the first thing. Then we have her history to think of. But mainly, I knew it was not mutual because of the way that she was acting. It was a lie that she never thought through. And she decided to own up to the lie because it was blatant. She was breaking down too much. You never thought that lie through. There was mutual. People who break up mutually, although they can be upset, they're not devastated for months and weeks on end. There's no way. Now, she then decides to lie and say, I made a mistake. Because girls, if you thought that this woman was done lying, then you have not been in the Amberverse long enough. So she then decides to say, well, you know, everyone thought that it wasn't mutual, but now it's not mutual. It was before. Girl, bye. Nobody out here believes that. Well, I made a mistake breaking up with her. When? When did this happen? When you were on page 74 of This Never Happened magazine?
And I have to ask myself, what is this life I chose for myself?
And Alex's wifey, Feline, doesn't want to get back together, but Amberlynn does. Believes that she's the smartest girl in the room. Amber, when you create a lie, you have to understand that most people, when it's a badly, poorly constructed lie, will see right through it. So this person, you broke up with her, and now she doesn't want you back? Listen, I'm going to sign up to that This Never Happened magazine and send out free copies. Listen, I hope this magazine doesn't actually exist. So two other things happen in the video that I found somewhat noteworthy. She says that she's going to be wanting to post 15 days in a row. What that sounds like is a very odd number. Why are you saying 15 instead of just like saying, hey, I would like to post every day, or I want to get more current? Because she was missing. She was MIA for like a bunch of days. This is what my opinion is. The reason that she's giving such a weird number, like I want to post 15 days in a row, not giving any other example of I just want to post every day, is because she probably pre-recorded a bunch of videos, maybe mukbangs, maybe whatever it is, what I, ate in a day while lying about Alex Wifey Feline. So I think that she's been pre-recording. Come on now. She's been pre-recording videos and she's going to post them. Amberlynn, maybe you want to post them during Vlogmas. Vlogmas in July, honey. Start now. Why bother? You already got, Easter during, July. Why not go all the way? So the reason that she wants to post 15 days in a row, that's a weird number to use, is because more than likely the time off that she was off from YouTube, she was pre-recording. She then signs up for Weight Watchers. Congratulations. Okay, I don't talk about those type of things on my channel. I wish you all the best as always with your health. What I will say here is that she did it on camera so that she could write it off on her taxes. That's why she even signs up with you guys, like right there on camera, so she can even write off, in my opinion, she's going to write off not only like the payment for it, but whatever the sign up process is, whatever she's paying for Weight Watchers, she's always, in my opinion, written off all of the diets that she's done and the diet services. And one more point, I didn't actually say this on, in one of my videos. Some of you picked up on it. There was just a lot of stuff going on. That's why I didn't say this originally, but now is a perfect time to bring this up. The reason that Amberlynn was the most concerned about when she first had that non-mutual breakup with Alex Wifey Feline. Remember how she kept saying, oh, well, my accountant, I just wanted to keep my accountant. If I move to another state, I want to keep my accountant. Yeah. So you could continue to write off almost everything. Of course you want to keep your accountant, because whatever you got going on, I'm sure he's a lovely, or she or they, whoever they are, lovely individual. But you want to continue to be able to write off almost everything. There is no real reason to discuss signing up for Weight Watchers yet again, unless she wants to write it off on her taxes. That's why she was so upset she couldn't keep that accountant. Oh, one more point. There was something going around last week that I didn't get around to. A lot of people said that Amberlynn is pre-filming, which I'm sure she is, but this, I want to just address this. In one of her videos, you can see when she was singing Toxic Gossip Train, that the calendar in her office says May 2023. So was she filming that in May 2023? Impossible. Trust me. I don't want to say this, but I have to be fair to the situation, because we know that she has pre-recorded very old content before. There's no way that she filmed those videos in May 2023, because she was singing a song that was released in June. How could you film something in May by singing a song you didn't know? Because the song itself was posted in June, and if she had filmed that in May, the song wasn't out yet, so she didn't pre-film that. That's just a little thing that I saw people talk about, but I wanted to cover that. So basically, we are going to move on to Foodie Beauty. Amberlynn, I wish you all the best with your health and the rest of your life with this amazing non-mutual breakup. I think it's disgraceful to lie to your audience. And I honestly think, I know she just wants to be liked. I do know that. Amberlynn, you want to be liked? Tell the truth. The truth. Unlike the lies that you tell could set you free. But she's going to continue to lie, just like when she said she broke up with Alex Wifey Feline. I mean, if you actually believe that we will continue to believe this nonsense that you broke up with her, no, you didn't. So basically, if you want to be liked, how about you be yourself? How about you tell the truth? But I'm not going to hold my breath on that. Thoughts, comments, questions on Amberlynn's drama? Leave it in the comments down below. Still wish you all the best with everything. Let's move on to Foodie Booty. Let's talk about what Foodie Beauty has been up to. Foodie Beauty typically has two different dramas that she deals with on a daily basis. It's either that she's raging against reaction channels because she doesn't like what they have to say about her, and or she's raging against her audience because they don't like her mukbangs and her eating. Now, she actually, as a person who continuously posts that it isn't fair that people judge her eating, had enough nerve in a recent mukbang to judge.
But it is public, so I'm allowed to comment on it, just like you guys say about me. You put it out there, people can comment. A hungry chick was doing exactly what she's going through. I fully support her, and I I feel like she's, you know, I understand what she's going through, okay? But what I don't support is the carnivore diet, because it's super unreasonable.
How hypocritical. First of all, Chantal is saying, well, since it's public, like you all tell me, I can comment on whatever people put out. That's true. But whenever people say that to you, you make numerous community page posts and try to come after people, and you want to strike them, and you want to do this, and you want to say that they're stealing your content. Come on, make it make sense. You are allowed to judge Candy. But when people do it, because yes, it's true, Candy's putting out publicly. But when you put out publicly, 5 seconds later, she posted a community page post saying, don't judge me. Make it make sense. What a hypocritical post. Also, this is a wonderful time to say, I think that there's some jealousy going on. I don't think this has anything to do with your desires or thoughts about this diet she's doing. Who cares? Look at the amount of likes that Candy gets versus you and Amberlynn. People love Candy. She's a wonderful, sweet woman who doesn't go after people, who's struggling but is trying to better her life. 3.4 thousand likes, right? Then we have Candy, 2.3 thousand likes. More people enjoy her content, and they know that she's a sweet person struggling, right? Versus you and Amberlynn. Chantal, this is a lesson for you. Candy is a perfect, Candy, who's hungry chick. She's a perfect example of a person that is in a similar situation to you and Amberlynn, who people love because of personality. The reason that you and Amber get so many dislikes has nothing to do with looks and superficial stuff. Like I always said, it's because of action. It's because of what you did to the animals. It's because of how Amberlynn lies and treats people. Because Candy's in the same situation, but people love her because being a good person matters on this planet. Okay, I don't know about other planets. I've been trying to be taken off this planet with, aliens, people from other planets, so they could take me to, my home planet, but they don't want to. But what I'm trying to say, I don't think they get YouTube up there. What I'm trying to say is, Chantal, this is very disgraceful. Honestly, you do not support her. You're just jelly of the way she gets treated. And honestly, if you don't want to be, criticized, why you criticize somebody else? I do think people are allowed to talk about anything anyone puts out publicly. Like people talk about what I put out publicly, Carmen, anyone. But I really do think that this is in poor taste. Leave her alone, okay? That it's not healthy, that she's on some carnivore diet. Let me explain something to you. This woman is a very nice woman, Candy, and she's trying to take any type of control of her health, and she's actually, getting a little bit healthier. It doesn't matter what she's eating. How dare you judge her, and how dare you judge anything that she does to get healthier when you expect people not to judge yourself? Like, this is hypocrisy at its finest. She has a bunch of different community page posts, like the one that she posted today. She has a bunch of deleted ones. It's so amazing to me that you can judge Candy for, losing weight, trying to get healthy because you don't like how she's doing it, but it's not okay to judge you. Not that I give a flying blank, but you do realize the very critics who are making a mountain out of a molehill regarding me criticizing anything or anyone else on this platform are the people who do this to me daily. Here's the thing. If you are going to have the opinion that people are not allowed to judge your content, your mukbangs, right? Then you shouldn't be judging other people. Speaking of that, she recently had another arc that went absolutely nowhere, where she tried to say that her eating on camera is not against TOS. It certainly is. You are glorifying your ED. You constantly discuss your ED by, in turn, really glorifying it, okay? Your mukbangs are you literally eating and discussing your ED. This is the same situation with Amberlynn Reid. YouTube has changed their policies on EDs, and you are glorifying it. And here's the point. It does not matter if you don't believe you're glorifying it. It's YouTube's opinion and your audience's opinion. People really don't like you eating on camera, and here's why. It's different when somebody that the audience enjoys or respects does something that the audience wants. Like some mukbangers are loved, but you are already disliked because of what you did to your pets and how you treat people. So of course they're not going to enjoy your mukbangs. Also, in the past, you actually used to make great money at it, and now you're not. Your views on your mukbangs are pretty low compared to what you used to get when you didn't even have subscribers. More than likely because, in my opinion, the mukbang genre in the past was more successful and more relevant than it is right now, in my opinion. And also, people just didn't know what kind of person you were, so they enjoyed your content a little bit more. She was always criticized. Even back then, I remember people used to make reactions to her mukbangs, but people did not know the type of person that you were. As far as her going after Candy, who is a very, very, very lovely woman, and continuously trashing her because what she's eating is not healthy according to you, that is ridiculous. You don't want people to judge you, but yet you're judging what she's eating. Now, in a recent live stream, she said that she guesses that she was wrong or whatever, but it doesn't matter. You always do this. You judge other people and pretend that you're better than the people that you're judging because supposedly you don't judge. Make it make sense. If you don't want people talking about your eating and your food, which is, by the way, against the TOS, because you're constantly discussing your eating and glorifying it. And I definitely don't care what you eat. I don't judge what you and Amberlynn eat. I don't dedicate videos looking at what you guys eating because I don't care. But I think you have a guilty conscience. Honestly, I think Chantal has a guilty conscience, and that's why she's bringing up that what she's doing is not against TOS. Yes, it is. If you're going to ask whether or not it's against TOS, it is. Because other mukbangers are not indulging in their EDs while you are. Now, she also has these deleted community page posts about her eating that are just so ridiculous and irrelevant. Oh, I'm going to block you. I'm going to delete the comments. And what is that going to do for you? Rinse, lather, Kermit, repeat. For example, this community post, listen, at this point, I get some of you feel the need to try to dictate what I eat. Well, you are right. You have the right to comment what you want since YouTube provides that feature. YouTube also provides a block feature. I've decided to go back to blocking negative comments regarding what I choose to eat. Believe it or not, it really exacerbates my attitude towards food, and I don't need that negativity in my space. No, you are choosing to make content where you are glorifying your ED. And quite frankly, Chantal, just based on the rules, your channel needs to be demonetized. I'm not saying that I wish that onto anybody, of course not, because I don't really care. I think that the content that you put out is not allowed on YouTube. And deep down inside, you have a guilty conscience, which is why you're talking about it. You know what I'm saying is true. Feel free to comment on reaction channels or blank channels because I won't allow it here anymore. Gets tiring. Don't watch it if it really bothers you. At any given time, I am allowed to change my content. Yes, you didn't lie. You changed your mind. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, you're going to be watching with just like sitting there in the background watching these reaction channels. It's all you do during the day. And her recent excuse why she's doing mukbangs about how, I just don't want to do live streams. Okay, because the reality is too scary for you. Everybody understands the reality of your marriage, and I want to end on that. That's why she doesn't really want to do the live streams. She had a whole drama where her husband was, yet again, of course, caught in some woman's live stream. She did a whole deleted community page post about it, like, oh, stay mad. Okay. Our husbands are not the ones in some other girl's chat. She then explained it away by saying that the woman was married and the reason that he was like posting like kissy or whatever, like heart emojis, he was copy and pasting. Chantal, think about what you're saying. Your husband, who seems reasonably intelligent and very well versed in English, and even, he knows everything that's going on the internet, thought that it was okay to do that. Please, Chantal. This is another thing that's always happening in the background. So she has the rage against reaction channels. She has the raging about people not enjoying her mukbangs. And then there's always her marriage in the background. Why is he going into some friend's live stream? You understand? None of us really care the reason as to why, because we all know the tea. Chantal, I'm going to tell you this, okay? I do not wish ill will upon anyone. You are never going to be happy if you continue to do mukbangs. You're not even happy on YouTube. You're just doing it for the money, which I'm not going to hate on that. I understand that. But I think that when you post content, ultimately, other than the money, you think that one day it's going to make you happy. And I'm here to tell you, I can tell that you're unhappy with your content. If you want to not have comments on your channel, don't have comments on your channel. But this back and forth, like, your content is against TOS. And you judging Candy because of what she chooses to do to better her health speaks volumes of how you view yourself. All the same with our girls. So I wish everybody mentioned all of the best. Let me know your thoughts, comments, questions on all the drama that we discussed in the comments down below. Thank you so very much for watching today. I definitely appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out this video that's popping up here on a similar topic. You may enjoy it. Go leave it a like or a dislike depending on how you feel about it. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me, and I will see you very, very soon on the next one. Bye.
Hi, you were waiting for me?
Do you watch Amberlynn Reid and Foodie Beauty? Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. I know you cats have watch parties. What's going on? I love your paws. You're a very dapper gentleman. Are you upset that I mentioned Foodie Beauty's name?